Welcome, motivation seekers. Throughout history, a few carefully chosen words have had the power to ignite revolutions, encourage individuals to reach for their dreams, and spark meaningful change in communities large and small. Today, let's explore the top 10 motivational quotes that have not only stood the test of time, but have also inspired countless people to take action and transform their lives. Get ready to discover the stories behind these powerful phrases and find the inspiration you need to write your own story of success. We begin with the timeless wisdom of Mahatma Gandhi. Be the change you wish to see in the world. These words, born during the Indian independence movement, remind us that change always starts with the individual. It's about taking responsibility for our actions and understanding that even the smallest step can create a ripple effect. Sarah, for example, took this quote to heart and started a community recycling program when she realized her neighborhood needed a cleaner, greener environment. Whether it's lending a helping hand or standing up for what's right, this quote empowers us all to become the architects of a better world. Next, we turn to the iconic words of Martin Luther King Jr., "I have a dream." Spoken during the 1963 March on Washington, these words have become a symbol of hope, vision, and the relentless pursuit of equality. John, inspired by this message, launched a mentorship program for underprivileged youth, giving them the tools they needed to dream big and achieve even bigger. The lesson here is simple. Never underestimate the power of a clear vision. Set your goals high and let your dreams guide you toward a brighter future. Moving on, we have the unmistakable slogan from Nike, "Just do it." Since 1988, these three words have pushed millions to move beyond hesitation and take the leap. Tom, for instance, repeated this mantra until he finally started his own business after years of self-doubt. When procrastination threatens to hold you back, remember that action is always the first step toward achievement. "Just do it" cuts through excuses and reminds us that success favors the bold. Our fourth quote comes from the philosopher René Descartes. "I think, therefore I am." Dating back to 1637, this phrase underscores the profound power of our thoughts. Emma, struggling with anxiety, began to shift her mindset after embracing this concept, recognizing that her thoughts shaped her reality. Mindfulness and self-awareness can be transformative, allowing us to rewrite the stories we tell ourselves. Fifth, we reflect on the words from Shakespeare's Hamlet. "To be or not to be, that is the question." This line, penned in the early 1600s, speaks to the difficult choices we all face. David, caught at a crossroads in his career, found clarity by contemplating this phrase. When you're faced with tough decisions, take time to weigh your options and trust yourself to make the right choice. Number 6 comes from the historic Apollo 11 mission. "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," spoken by Neil Armstrong in 1969. Maria, inspired by Armstrong's giant leap, started a local science club that eventually grew to reach an entire city. Remember, even the smallest actions can build into something monumental. Seventh is the relentless optimism of Thomas Edison. "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's attitude towards setbacks inspired Jack to persevere through countless rounds of feedback while developing his app. Embracing failure as a stepping stone, rather than a defeat, is the key to innovation and growth. Eighth, Steve Jobs offers insight with, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." Inspired by these words, Lisa left her unfulfilling job to pursue her passion for cooking, eventually opening her own restaurant. Let this quote remind you to pursue work that brings you joy and meaning. Ninth, we look to Nelson Mandela. "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." Alex, facing the challenges of recovery, drew strength from this quote to persevere through setbacks. Resilience and determination are the true markers of greatness. Finally, Oscar Wilde reminds us, "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Rachel embraced her unique style and found confidence as an artist. Celebrate what makes you unique and don't be afraid to stand out. These 10 quotes aren't just phrases, they're powerful catalysts for change. Which one speaks to you? Try living by one this week and watch how your outlook begins to shift. Keep the motivation alive and remember, the next chapter of your journey starts with a single inspired word.